This is day one of the Walterooski album discovery tour, and we're calling it the Discover 'em Tour. Now, today I will be reacting, along with those wonderful people over there, to Phish's album Rift, which is going to be my first experience jumping into Phish in an album context. The next album I'm going to be reacting to is Vestiges of Verumex by Gnome. I don't know if I said that, Verimex. I don't know if I said that correctly, but that's the album we're going to be listening to. And by the way, we're going to be doing a poster contest. I am going to be opening up submissions for the next world tour of my albums. And if you win the poster contest, your artwork will be featured on every album that I react to in my personal journey, and you get to know the albums before everybody else does. But today's album is Rift by Phish. Now, Phish is a band I actually know very, very, very little about, other than to know that they're definitely a jam band. But the real reason I wanted to hop into Phish, and this isn't a joke, this is as honest as I can be about it, is I saw this short featuring Carey, and you'll see exactly why I needed to listen to Phish.
I saw Phish at the Sphere this weekend. Never saw a Phish, never didn't know a Phish tune, and they blew my minds off so hard.
Okay.
I had a bunch of girls with me, and I thought to myself, is this what it's like to People that were there can verify 100% true. This is what it's like. It was like being edged for 4 days straight. And then right before the face-melting climax at the end on the 4th day, an angel comes down from heaven, Gabriel, and he shoots heroin in your arm. And he says, "Good luck now, and he leaves. And then you have an orgasm for 15 minutes while your eyeballs fall out of your head. Next time they play the Sphere, you better not miss it.
So, with that said, I felt like it was imperative that I reacted to a Phish album. When I Googled what Phish fans say the best Phish album is, Rift popped up seemingly in the top 3 in almost every list I looked at, frequently at number 1. So that's how I came to this decision. Carey and Google. Guys, I'm going to hit the play button on this thing, but before I do, it's just very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It goes a long way to help me out. If you really like what you see, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. Tell me what other Phish albums I should be reacting to, should I continue my journey from here. Or join us on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time, and those people over there are the best people. We just want to hang out with you. Guys, without further ado, let's see what Rift by Phish is about, shall we? This is the song Rift by Phish on the album Rift by Phish. Here we go. Immediately, yes. Oh, man.
Last night, my thoughts were adrift and coasting a terrace, approaching a rift through which I could spy several glimpses beneath. All the darkness the light from above could not reach. I spied wings of reason, herself taking flight, and upon yonder precipice saw her alight and glare back at me one last look of dismay, as if she were the last one she thought I'd betray.
Dude! I just didn't see it go. I kind of knew it was gonna have like a lot of busy sounds. Also, look at this album cover. We're a bed on a labyrinth, a lot of crazy faces. Kind of looks like AI made this, but clearly this is before AI. There's a mirror. You're seeing the room is open. There's no door. There's windows. It looks like there's somebody either walking to or from the bridge, maybe. Yeah, this out like a knife and a scales right next to him. Like he's got a skeet right by his bed. That's what you call a skeet if you're weighing stuff. Anyways, cool album, but look at the lyricism here. Last night, in the moments my thoughts were adrift and coasting a terrace approaching a rift, through which I could spy several glimpses beneath of the darkness the light from above could not reach. I spied wings of reason, herself taking flight, and upon yonder precipice saw her alight. This is wordy and wonderful, and glared back at me one last look of dismay, as if she were the last one she thought I'd betray. The bass line, the fast and like trained guitar sound. This is just such a good thing.
Of dismay, as if she were the last one she thought I'd betray.
And it's like kind of got a Cake vibe in lyricism, but I know that Cake had to have got it from them.
The better, I said to myself, and drawing quite close to the top of the shelf, I struggled with destiny up on the ledge, and gasped when defeated he slipped off the edge. Silence contagious in moments like these consumed me and strengthened my will to appease.
Oh man.
Passion that sparked me one terrible night, and shocked and persuaded my soul to ignite.
The lyricism, the bass line, oh my gosh! Guys, this is so good!
And shocked and persuaded my soul
Listen to the bass walk.
ignite.
That! Definitely rockabilly, but without fuzz. I can see it. The that bass line just walks amazingly. The piano here. It's definitely got like an Allman Brothers, kind of like a Jessica vibe to it, the guitar sound, but like kind of faster, a little bit more rockabilly than Americana. The jam element, I can immediately see how in a jam performance this would go so friggin' hard. This is unbelievably good. The drum work behind it all, too. The popping snares. It's like jazz piano. And now it's like ragtime. This is so good. There's like the dynamic to this. And again, very much like prog rock. A jam band, this song? Yeah, dude. Pearl Jam did it. Oh. Definitely an Allman Brothers guitar vibe, though. Or like a Tadashi and Trucks kind of thing. guys, this part right here was just unbelievable. Like the different layers of the piano, the guitar, the bass, and the drums all were so overwhelmingly huge there. And then just that transition back into this. Oh man.
So
It's like they sing intentionally with dissonance among themselves.
I struggled with destiny up on the ledge and gasped when defeated he slipped off the edge.
Are there two vocalists?
And silence contagious in moments like these.
Oh my gosh!
And strengthen my will to appease the passion that sparked me one terrible night. It shocked and persuaded my soul to ignite. And shocked and persuaded.
I think it's more appropriate to say, Skylight, that Ween gives you Phish vibes.
My soul to ignite. And shocked and persuaded my soul to ignite. And shocked and persuaded my soul to ignite. And shocked and persuaded my soul to ignite.
This is S tier. What an amazing song. What's tempo? What's tempo when you have rhythm that you can do whatever you want with? Oh my gosh. The album cover artwork makes a lot of sense. Do explain. The intentional dissonance behind what they do here is incredible. I'm interested in because I see it for the abstract, so I'd love to hear your connection here. Ah, that bass sound. Yeah, bass tone here is great. Man, this song is called Fast Enough for You.
If you could draw the boundaries of our cage,
oh,
you wouldn't pile another stone upon me, and I'd be happy just to watch you age.
Wow. It's kind of a...
Everything is in its own dominion. Waiting in the shallows as I do. Appeases me.
The lap steel I'm hearing in the background is making me feel kind of nice, like it's somehow both Pink Floyd and Americana sounds.
And waiting in the shallows as I do.
And the lyrics are really kind of hitting me a little bit.
Appeases me as water slowly trickles out, which isn't nearly fast enough for you.
This is a hopeful lamentation. If time were only part of the equation, then you could draw out the boundaries of our cage. Like this idea that like you're trapped, but you're also like willingly there. Like but you're saying if time were only part of the equation, you wouldn't pile another stone upon me and I'd be happy to just watch you age. But everything is in its own dominion, and waiting in the shallows as I do appeases me as water slowly trickles out, which isn't nearly fast enough for you. Like they want something that he's not ready for, perhaps. Yeah, oh man.
isn't nearly fast enough for you.
This is so nice.
It isn't nearly fast enough for you. It's what I was afraid of. I stumbled into view. But it isn't nearly fast enough for you.
I really like that interpretation, Inkpen. I like, and that's why I like abstract interpretations, because if it makes sense to a person and that person can explain that and kind of reflect it, there's kind of a shared meaning in that, right? Like you can build in that kind of abstract universe together. I really like that.
It isn't nearly fast enough for you.
But there's also this element like he is fighting against time. Like you can't beat time. And it's like the time he does have isn't enough for her. Or like it's not going as fast as she might like it to. And we, you know, it could be a struggle against time. Like we don't know what that time is. I just very much resound with this. For the drummer to change tempo and rhythm the way he did in the first song, I would totally agree with you.
It isn't nearly fast enough for you.
Wow.
It isn't nearly fast enough for you. It's what I was afraid of. I stumble into view. But it isn't nearly fast enough for you.
Like, and then you get close but no cigar is how that feels. This is very relatable. I'm really captivated by the lyricism here. And the guitar tone. It almost sounds like he's playing with a slide. His little pinch harmonics are amazing. This song, I like. The way the guitar hammer-ons are happening, the way it's got somehow both like an Americana and like a Euro rock, like prog feel to it. But again, the harmonies that they sing with, all of this is just right up my alley. But certainly not, I can't see how they would be a commercial success. I would see they made their following with a cult. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I know very little about them, but what I do know is that they have a cult following, and like I feel like I'm quickly to be a part of that cult. This one is lengthwise. It's 1 minute and 19 seconds, so you know it's going to be a banger. Appears twice on the album. This is that's a sleeping.
When you're there, I sleep lengthwise, and when you're gone, I sleep diagonal in my bed.
Oh my gosh. Oh, man. You ever get just hit between the eyes by facts or the realization?
When you're there, I sleep lengthwise, and when you're gone, I sleep diagonal in my bed. When you're there, I sleep lengthwise, and when you're gone, I sleep diagonally
in my bed. And I didn't always.
in my bed. When you're there, I sleep lengthwise, and when you're gone.
And just the BPM, the metronome of the alarm clock. And then the transition here. The love the transition with the alternating times that are off, because it creates such a tension that's like killing my heart right now. But I gotta be honest, I thought lengthwise was, I wasn't quite sure what I was gonna feel about that, but that was honestly something that just hit me between the eyes and made me feel understood, like another person gets it. But it articulated a moment in my life that I guess is kind of an intimate one, but to just me, right? Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so hit between the eyes, but it really just felt like that very small 3 lines told a really big story of my life without telling a really big story. And a rift created in the bed is also a very real thing. This concept of rift is amazing to me. The bass line came back, guys. Like the Pink Floyd song Time. Yes, you're absolutely right, James. Are we hearing polyrhythms right now? The pan work is amazing.
The overhead view is of me and a...
Bro! A little bit. The guitar work.
The overhead view is of me in a maze, and you see what I'm hunting a few steps
The organ.
away.
I don't know if they're playing polyrhythms or if they're playing off beats here. I can't necessarily decide. Can a drummer-oriented person that knows more about the drums theory let me know, whether in the YouTube comments or in the chat? But it's like when I'm hearing between the off beats that are being played by the guitar it's like they're playing them on.
But I take a wrong turn and I'm on the wrong path, and the people all watching enjoy a good laugh. Embarrassed with failure, I try to reverse the course that my tread had already traversed.
Oh. The overhead view is of me in a maze. So here we are, okay? And you see when I'm hunting a few steps away, the knife. Wow. Oh my gosh. Or maybe it's the gal out there. And the people all watching enjoy. Oh, sorry. And I take a wrong turn and I'm on the wrong path. And the people all watching enjoy a good laugh. Embarrassed with failure, I try to reserve the course that my tread had already traversed. The eloquence of these guys is second. I mean, I'm not gonna say second to none, but because it's the first experience I'm having with Phish, but I'm deeply captivated. I'm deeply moved by the lyricism. I'm deeply moved by the music. I think Drew Carey might have been onto something. Yeah, it's like I called it a labyrinth earlier because I didn't realize the maze.
Subduing the trauma, engulfing my dream, invaded through what was an unguarded scene. The torrent of helplessness swept me away to the cavern of shame and the hall of dismay.
This is like a prog rock album about somebody dealing with their feelings.
Repeating the phrase, you've lost it, you'll never get out of this maze. 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 You'll never get out of this maze.
There you go. The organ here, the guitar solos, the swelling guitar sounds. I feel like the Delvon Lamar organ trio learned a lot from this. Oh my gosh! The guitar work in tandem with this organ is nuts. Tequila. Yes! The amount of dissonance that they somehow flawlessly incorporate into what they do is amazing, but then they have everything sounding so tight in its place. Like, they make a living off of dissonance and offbeats and things that make you feel comfortably uncomfortable with the way music sounds to you, and it's so cool. It's like watching a train wreck where you know everybody is safe and nobody dies, and businesses get paid the insurance money, and somehow everybody wins. It's so cool. The drum work is amazing. The bass player, the lyricism. all of those feel like they're never gonna be cool again.
Oh my gosh.
And the transitions. The dynamics of the transitions. We're back to the offbeats thing. Okay, just so you can hear what I'm hearing. Listen. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Do-do. Do-do. Doon. Do-do. Doon. Do-do. Do-doon. Doon. Oh my gosh. God. And we're back!
You'll never get out of this maze. You'll never get out of this maze. You'll never get out of this maze.
This... Oh my goodness. Maze...
You'll never get out of this maze. You'll never get out of this maze. You'll never get out of this maze. You'll never get out of this maze.
That was an out-of-time round! This reminds me of, like, if you're editing in, like, Logic or any DAW, for example, and you drag a vocal track to be out of time, and you just leave it in that out of time spot. Whoa. But they did it in a way that doesn't piss me off that I did that. And they like do it just like they stop it just before it'll eventually line. Huh? Like what just happened? Yo, D-Money. Yo, a homie from the Gamer Arc days of the Rooskies. D-Money and Raiders, what the frig is up, guys? How we doing? Bang. Love yous all. Guys, if you didn't know, D-Money and I go way back. Back when I was not a sober person. Back when I was a guy that wanted to be a gamer. He's from Long Island. Lives with his wonderful gal in Japan. Actually, kind, wonderful people. Everybody, give a shout out to the homie D-Money. We love that guy. And if you like games, you should watch him play them because he's lit. D-Money, what's up, bro? We are reacting to Phish doing the album Rift, and then we're gonna follow that up with the album Gnome. Long Island, for show. Dude, it's great to see you. It's actually wonderful to see you, homie. I appreciate you being here so much. I hope you and yours are the best, and that Japan is, you know, an easier transition now than it was when we last spoke. Dude. Again, I love you, D-Money, folks. I love yous all. Thank you for being here. Feel free to stick around if you like Phish, or if you like good music. We got plenty of people to listen to it with you. Sparkle by Phish. Bass lines and organ. Definitely kind of a...
You buy a gift.
Oh, I wasn't on the react screen. Dadoy. Bad streamer moment.
You shut her eyes. It comes to pass. Apologize to loosen Lil.
This is, I think so far the softest one on the album I've heard. I feel like, yeah, we're back to the rockabilly thing. I liked when we had like the squealing guitars.
Converse with Ed, a drive with Jill. Your friends can find you in their worlds. One by one, a string of pearls.
Doing great.
This isn't
I did have a bad streamer moment. Put your sword away, I get it.
Ashamed you slowly lose your
Hang it.
grasp. Will lift.
I hate that Spotify didn't do this.
Like a glass. You shudder as it comes to pass. Apologize to loosen Lil. Converse with Ed, a drive with Jill. Your friends can find you in their worlds. One by one, a string of pearls.
I feel like this is what people clog to in the South.
You hover in their unity. Ashamed you slowly lose your grasp. Release the links, undo the clasp.
I do feel like I'm definitely hearing that they were inspired by like Tadashi and Trucks. Like they were definitely like Allman Brothers inspired. I feel like they were definitely Skinner inspired, but they were also seemingly inspired by like Molly Hatchet and you know like guys that like you know were really big in the Southern rock scene. I feel like there's a lot happening here. But this has definitely, to me, so far been the softest song.
That drips down off the tree or peels back slowly from your knee.
But I will say the harmonies I'm hearing here are kind of interesting. And peels back slowly.
Off the tree or peels back slowly from your knee. Erupts into your lung and heart. You laugh and laughing fall apart. Laughing, laughing, fall apart.
Wow.
Laughing, laughing, fall apart. Laughing, laughing, fall apart. Laughing, laughing, fall apart. Laughing, laughing, fall apart.
They're from
Laughing,
Vermont?
laughing, fall apart. Laughing, laughing, fall apart.
They're people from Vermont? I thought that was just propaganda on TV to make us think a whole extra state voted. People are actually from there?
Laughing, laughing, fall apart. 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 Laughing
I don't know if I like all of this, like, Vermont propaganda, like, in my chat touching things. It's the softest one so far. Yeah. You drop one that I haven't listened to and we'll talk. I would do it for you just for the homie. You drop a new song, I'll do it. I got you. No Kappa. Ton of P. It's speeding up. Whoa. Okay, I was talking shiz on this song before, but the ending and how fast this has gotten is so impressive. Holy cats, man. Did they pay their piano player to just go to create an intentional dissonance? Ba 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 ba. like it had such a standard ending to it, but it wasn't like I was mad at it. The ending was really the best part. This ending definitely reminded me of like the stuff I've heard of Primus, like i.e. South Park. Definitely reminded me of some of the stuff I've heard of Ween, specifically Mr. Fancy Pants and I'm Dancing in the Show Tonight, with a much more rockabilly, fast kind of sound. I mean, again, to me, Sparkle was the softest song on the album, but not a bad song. It was creative for sure. We're back to nice chunky tones. Love a chunky tone. Guys, I love the way these things came in. That chunky guitar, the bass, the pocket in the drums. Oh man! And then that all of those guys coming in with the Rhine wine thing.
Now that you deceived me and played my name around and hung those nasty flyers on all the buildings in town.
None of their chords do what I think they should.
My possessions in a ring around the earth and bought and sold my self-control for less than it was worth.
And bought and sold my self-control for less than it was worth. Dribbled my possessions in a ring around the earth and bought and sold my self-control for less than it was worth. Oh, the lyricism! The lyricism!
Now I know the reason that I'm feeling so forlorn. I'll pick you up at 8 as you.
These are just like, some of the songs are just like isolated incidents in life. That reminds me of a SRV, the song Lenny. Just that brief little guitar moment, which makes me think that this is in the key of E. For the record, it's an A. Yeah, very much a David Gilmour sound here, for sure. Building up so much, and now it's descending. The guitars are just so lovely. Oh man. Really be interested to see a gear setup for these guys. The controlled sustain and squeal on the feedback. It's just so good. It's actually just that good. Did I hit it, guys? Figured I'd try to add a voice to the harmonies there. The wedge. I like this. Ooh, chew. I almost thought that this was a bass guitar. Part of me thinks it's an acoustic bass guitar played on the higher frets, but the other part of me thinks it's like a detuned acoustic guitar, or like an intentionally dissonant tuned acoustic guitar, like a guitar that's maybe off a few degrees. Or maybe it's just intentionally being played dirty.
And a shadow glides below. This issue feels my heartbeat. Oh, but how I'll never.
Or maybe he's playing his acoustic guitar with a coin instead of a guitar pick.
No, we're bobbing on the surface, and a shadow glides below. This issue feels my heartbeat. Oh, but how I'll never know that it's the ocean.
Because Billy Gibbons kind of does that, and there's just a very specific sound of the way a coin dirks your guitar strings on an acoustic guitar. I feel like I'm hearing metal strike the strings and not like a plastic plectrum.
Flowing in our veins. Oh, that it's the salt that's in our tears.
But it also feels like he's like kind of palm muting a little bit.
Oh, in at least as many years. Take the highway through the Great Divide.
We're bobbing on the surface and the shadow glides below. They say she feels my heartbeat. Oh, but how I'll never know. I'll never know. Golly, we're bobbing on the surface and the shadow glides below. They say she feels my heartbeat. Oh, but how I'll never know. That it's the ocean flowing in our veins and that it's the salt that's in our tears. Oh, how we could have come so very far. Oh, in at least as many years. Just take the highway through the Great Divide.
Take the highway through the Great Divide.
It's such a huge...
I'm building you a pyramid with limestone blocks so large. I dragged them from the mountaintop. You need a two-car garage. I'm building you a pyramid with limestone blocks so large. I dragged them from the mountaintop.
I feel like this is very much just commentary on...
ocean flowing in our veins. Ooh, 'cause it's the salt that's in our tears. Oh, 'cause we could have come so very far. Oh, in at least as many years. Take the highway through the Great
The cadence...
Divide.
What's so crazy about it is everything that they do in each of their sections, right? But whether it's either of the guitar parts, the drums, the bass, the keys, the vocals, whatever, the cadence of the whole album has been funny, right? Like, you frequently hear me comment in other albums, like Giz Cookie songs, for example, when you see Cookie do his like Rush lyric parts. I commented on it in my Cardiac's reaction recently. There's no stopping me now. Like the way that they rush the lyric to make it happen, but it creates like a tension in the song. And I'm 100% positive that they do this by design, because as formidable as they are as musicians, I'm every bit certain it is easier for them to play it the way that it would make sense to the ear. And I think it's a more creative way to do it, to create the dissonance among the ways they handle tempo and rhythm here. And again, the way they handle the cadence of everything. It makes this truly special because there's not a lot of bands that can make sounds like this work.
Take the highway through the...
I can definitely see why people would place them as contemporaries of the Grateful Dead now that more and more things have happened. I can also see how people would say that, you know, Ween is similar or Giz is similar in their own respects, of course. There's a lot here.
divide.
What's up, Rick? There's no possible way that they didn't hear Jerry Garcia play the guitar and think like, you know, I bet you I could do that. I saw these guys 3 nights in a row, walked home 5 miles on LSD. Oh my gosh, that was such an adventure, I am sure. I am certain.
Cause it's the salt that's in our tears. Oh, cause we could have come so very far. We could have come so very far.
The multiple harmonies here.
As many years. Take the highway through the great divide.
I like this. I don't think any song so far has beaten Lengthwise and Maze though.
Divide.
I would say, I would almost in my brain classify Lengthwise and Maze as one song with the overlap, but similarly, I guess, to like, you know, On the Run into Breathe in the Air. They're not the same song, they're separated. So I'm not going to go as far as to say that they are connected, but they are connected. But I definitely think that those two songs were significantly the shining points of the album for me so far, and I've loved this album. This is definitely a band I'm going to be revisiting frequently.
Take the highway through the great divide.
Rick, it's so good to have you by.
Take the highway.
Wade is coming up, yep.
Take the highway through the great.
I guess I have liked a song from this album before. At some point in my life. I wonder if it was a request from my gamer days. I didn't even know it was on Rift. Oh, man. Yes! My friend, I love this. Oh, man. The classical sounding guitar here, not nylon string, classical guitar, but not nylon. I would love to know what guitar they played to make this sound. For sure, Ren Fair vibes. Oh man, I love this song. The sounds here are great. The acoustic presence is great. This whole thing is so good. Very much minstrelly. This feels like it could have been sort of... This... I need to stop because I'm shouting over the music, but this feels like it could have 100% taken influence from Thick as a Brick in its whimsical kind of nature, its minstrelly sort of nature. Add a flute to it, I would not be surprised to find out. Yo, thank you for gifting Rick a sub, man. Thank you, Crimson, you bamf. Yo, enjoy your dance moves. That, but dun dun dun. Ooh, I feel like they're playing in open tunings here. Some yes for sure as well, Pondy. I'm totally there. What a good album for a first impression for Phish. The tremolo picking there, oh my gosh. I'm really glad to hear that, Rick, because 100%, I did a lot of Googling and sleuthing to figure out which the best one was. Drew Carey helped me pick a lot. It was really the one that made me decide I was going to listen to Phish. When you see the YouTube video reaction or you go back earlier in the VOD, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I Googled after seeing Drew Carey go on a rant about how much he loved Phish. I was like, I think I need to listen to Phish, and all of the lists I looked up said Rift was the album to go to. Hang on. I do want to hear that drop again. Ba-da-dun-dun-dun, ba-da-dun-dun-dun, ba-da-dun-dun-dun. And the dissonance. I'm also 33. This reminds me of Giz.
My friend, he's got a knife. A statement from his former life when he was easy but alone. Beside him was an empty throne.
What? Did you hear the way it changed?
My friend, he's got a knife. A statement from his former life when he was easy but alone. Beside him was an empty throne, but what of silver silken blade? A Fixie's gaze.
Ritz, what's up, homie? Good to see you. Guys, if you didn't know, Ritz is the homie. I actually got to meet that guy at the Giz concert, so you know Ritz is good people. You probably saw a picture of me with him on my YouTube channel. We love Ritz. And yes, I've never listened to Phish before this moment either, and I'm genuinely mind blown as well.
Feature stayed, grasp what of silver silken blade. A Fixie's gaze, his features stayed. Grasps the handle, clips the cable. One steps up, sits at his table.
I love the dynamics here.
My friend, he's got a knife. My friend, he's got a wife.
I keep feeling like this. I keep feeling like this song has like a good drum pocket, but it keeps changing to where I don't feel like I can say this song has pocket, but it feels like it does.
My friend stayed,
like the way the drums are changing so much.
One steps up, sits at his table. My friend, he's got a knife. My friend,
oh
he's got
yeah,
a wife.
dude, I could totally see how that would do so.
My friend, a clever ruse. Persuasion through his thoughts peruse. A hidden relic from his past that wasn't there when he looked last. He feels it ticking like a bomb, feeding fear, assaulting calm. Takes the objects.
Feeding fear, assaulting calm. This is so good. Like, again, I've commented several times on how powerful the lyricism is here. I don't know who writes these lyrics, but the way he's presented this labyrinth in his mind and the way, you know, he's kind of navigating the maze through all of these different outside things coming in, right? Like, it's actually crazy. And all of these different little things are almost like different little moments in life that are tough or part of the maze, like an obstacle within the maze, whether it be the fact that you sleep diagonally on the bed when you sleep alone, or any of those things. I'm fine, or just that you're trying for a relationship with somebody, but you're just not in a place where they want you to be yet, and you need more time, but you don't have time because that person wants something more out of you in a context that you can't offer it. And you want more than ever to be able to. So seeing all of this stuff presented in this context of a like brain maze is just a really, really, really moving and relatable thing. And I think anybody that has kind of, this feels timeless, I guess, in its own way as well, because I've commented before how loneliness has kind of like, you know, been something I'm having to kind of learn to be content with or overcome. And in this context, I feel very understood by the lyricism, and I feel very blown away by the musicianship. And while not every song has been a banger, I would already call this album an S tier album. For sure. For the songs that have been on the album that were S tier. Notwithstanding, and again, we're not even through the whole thing, but notwithstanding the songs I haven't listened to yet, like, I would still call this, through song 8, an S tier album.
That's the game, moves it closer to the flame. My friend, a clever ruse. My friend, he lights the fuse.
And it feels like we're talking about a friend stabbing you in the back in this context. And I feel like that's why, like, you have a toxic friend that's part of the maze. And I feel like the dissonance really represents the thoughts that one has in those moments of like, I also feel like Gogol Bordello learned something from these guys. The bass line still happening?
My friend, he's got a knife. My friend, he's got a knife.
This is amazing.
My friend, he's got a knife.
That could have been the album closer. and I would have been so satisfied. And I'm like, we still have like over half, a little bit less than half of the song to go, but that was amazing. That was amazing. The instrumentation, the way it ended, from literally this whole, you know, refrain of like, my friend, he's got a knife, really right up to he lights the fuse. And a part of me feels like this line, he lights the fuse, is talking about like he sets you off, like he really, you know, makes you hot, like he boils you over, he frustrates you, and he's got a knife, like he'll stab you in the back. That's kind of what I feel. I'm so impressed with this. I just learned that the ending is cut off because the friend stabbed him. Whoa. I loved this song, My Friend, My Friend. Ooh. Kind of back to a rockabilly thing. Very Grateful Dead-y here, though, for sure. Kind of got a boogie, guys. Gosh. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Yeah, this is a boogie. Ba-bum, bum, bum. 1, 2, 3. I can't even try to count.
Cut your head off so I can weigh it. What do you say?
You know what this reminds me of? Believe it or not, this reminded me of Mate Kudasai.
I'd like to cut your head off so I can weigh it. What do you say? I'd like to cut your head off so I can weigh it. What do you say?
Mate Kudasai.
5 pounds. 6 pounds.
Doesn't remind me of it anymore.
7 pounds.
Definitely reminds me of Ween here, though.
I'd like to go to your house and gather all your razors and pick off a little prickly hair so I can weigh them. What do you say? 5 pounds.
Yo, pounds. This is like
7 pounds.
This is definitely in that absurdist kind of lyricism that I've been seeing pop up a lot in like Ween's music, and I kind of like it. It's like, but tell me you don't hear Primus guitar tones in the, like from South Park here. Like with the Ragtown piano and stuff.
I'd like to gather all your friends and smush them.
No, you see, I feel like the second we say anything about severed head, it's already unreasonable.
To a small swimming pool so I can weigh them. What do you say? 5 pounds.
6 pounds.
7 pounds.
This song, the singer was dissonant, and the last song the band was jerking in distance. A lot of talent.
So much to
Yo, Metal Slug, first of all, welcome by. First of all. Second of all, you're absolutely right. And I've been harping on that point the whole time. For them to go from one to the other, like, to be able to switch and just completely violate what most people recognize as the concept of tempo and rhythm. And instead, they allow it to kind of ebb and flow. Like, in this context, a band like this, I think, would be hindered by a metronome or a click track. And I love it. I love it.
By
the way, welcome aboard, Metal Slug. amazing. Ah! Oh my gosh. You like jazz? This is a display of virtuosity. The pinch harmonics here are also super tasty. And after this song, I'm going to run an ad break. Yeah, just the pinch harmonics and everything is so tasty. Oh, yes. This has been the best rockabilly sound on the album for sure. Oh, boy.
I'd like to hear my options so I can weigh them. What do you say? 5 pounds,
6 pounds,
7 pounds,
7 pounds. I can't.
5 pounds, 6 pounds, 7 pounds.
I keep hitting him. I can't get the last one.
Why away on a sunny day?
No, I made the Mickey Mouse voice. Oh boy! That was not a soundbite. That was my friggin' face.
So much to do, so why away on a sunny day? Why away? Why
Yeah, you know how you say something enough times that it loses its meaning after a while? This part right here did that. Yo, this is super good. Like, really good. I'm in love with that. You're right, Way came out. I really fell in love with it, even through its you know, abstract nature, like its absurdist nature. Guys, we are going to take a brief intermission, in fact, a 3-minute intermission, and then when we come back, we are going to return for the remaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs. I thought it was going to be 5, but I have to count to 0. So, guys, here comes the ad. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Do what you got to do. I am going to the restroom. Your Mongolian was getting better for sure. Thank you. Whoa, yo. Okay, the ad break is over. That took a chunk out of me there. Gotta tell you. Gotta tell you, but the ad break is over. Let's get into these final songs. Apparently, I've already liked the song It's Ice, but I have no idea when I did that. I will have to check in my liked songs and go back until I find it. But this next song is called All Things Reconsidered. A great instrumental. I don't have a great nuclear fusion. I hope they say the words a great instrumental, though. That would tickle me to death. This is actually probably the closest lyrical accuracy Spotify has gotten to date. I love this though. They have the cleanest tones. I feel like they play all of their guitars through bass amplifiers. Like, I feel like the guitar sounds I'm hearing are coming out of like Stratocasters played into like Ampeg SVTs. This descending piano, like ragtime piano sound. The bass. This is a reimagining of the theme to All Things Considered on NPR. Sometimes I feel like they play the wrong scales, but they do it to create dissonance. Like, they're not playing in like a pentatonic or a diatonic from what I can tell, so I feel like there's just some crazy, like, abstract scale work happening. I don't know what to call this other than dissonant, but it's interesting as all get out. And because of what's being played, I know how difficult it is to play. Harmonies. And just the hard stop. And I don't even know if I could call those guitar harmonies because, like, they weren't in harmony. I don't know what to... I can't put the word dissonant with harmony. My brain is broke. This one's Mound. This is Pocket. Dang it. Why do I say things? I don't know what to do with my hands. There's the Pocket. Yeah, yes. Can we talk about how uncomfortable I felt and fascinated by that intro? The claps off beat. It's like they're trying to get the drummer to miss. Like, like by clapping to try to get him to fall off the beat. And then now we're in a boogie, a ragtime boogie. Like a bluesy friggin' ditty. The old man knows very well, going down the snowbank, there's a mound.
That an old man knows good. Look who raises his shoe over this mound, right over the world in another rewind. And it's time for the last rewind. For a broken old
oh my gosh, the transitions!
He buried all his memories of home in an icy clump that lies beneath the ground.
This is hitting me between the eyes. A mound that an old man knows good. Look who raises his shoe all over this mound, right over the world. That's another rewind. And it's time for the last rewind. For a broken old man in a world unkind, he buried all his memories of home in an icy clump that lies beneath the ground. You don't understand?
No one knows how far he traveled. Oh, I heard he walked miles. Knows how far he traveled. Oh, I heard he walked miles from the little mound. Can he find some shelter? He doesn't know to behold what the cold frost can do. At the last hill he realized he had circled back around. Round a back circle, round a back, realized.
The guitar in the background here that...
At the last hill
Oh,
he
man.
realized he had circled back around. Round a back circle, round a back, realized. Time for the last rewind. For a broken old man in a world unkind. He buried all his memories of home in an icy clump that lies beneath the ground.
This is kind of brutal. Like... a barbershop quartet did acid. When the harmonies come in, for sure. The bass line, the guitar upstrokes, all of this is amazing. It's actually amazing. I feel like this is a high-speed chase in a Smokey and the Bandit type movie. This is amazing. And the Say Sorrow there. Oh my God. This is a pure display of virtuosity. It is literally these guys playing for the sake of being good musicians, and it's like they're putting a handicap on themselves by making it hard on their brain because they're not playing conventional like keys. They're not playing conventional rhythms. They literally allow their music to ebb and flow. And it almost feels like there is an element of spontaneity that is just literally breathed into this album. Like, I feel like they're jamming just as much on the album as they might, if not significantly less, live. And it's amazing. Like, I mean, which is to say that they jam less on the album than they would live, but like that they jammed in the album too. But I feel like these are musicians that have spent a whole bunch of time training in like the weighted, like Goku's 100 times weighted chamber. And like, this is just what they, like, imagine if they played music that was all like in key, in the same key and in the same rhythm. It would be really great, but I think that they would lose like part of their fighting style, something that makes them special. Like, I know that they can play everything that they want to in make normal sounding music, but I think it's much more captivating that they are doing this, because if you like, it feels like music for musicians, and that's really cool. Or people that appreciate it's like seeing a blue tree in the middle of a green forest. A lot of people are going to be like, you know, I why can't it just be a green tree? And a lot of people are only going to want to see that blue one. And then the bells.
Ice is all he was made of.
Like he's cold from the life he's lived.
The bitter blue, it's rolling through.
Like sad blue isn't sad.
Reclining down, his final thoughts were drifting to the timeless light that shines.
I would replace the word country with Americana.
And it's time for the last rewind. For a broken old man in a world unkind. He buried out
or rockabilly.
his memories of home in an icy clump that lies beneath the ground. It's time for the last rewind. For a broken old man in a world unkind. He buried all his memories of home in an icy clump that lies beneath the ground.
Ah! I want to hear the bass again.
He buried all his memories of home in an icy clump that lies beneath the ground.
Dude. Oh my gosh. And then it slows down. They don't do a hard stop. Douchebags. I really thought that they were gonna like slow it down and then just let it fade out, and then bop. Like, what do you do with that? And this is the song "It's Ice" that I've apparently liked some time ago, and it does. This part does sound familiar. So if you've heard me reference Phish, this is probably what I'm referencing in any of my previous reactions. I know the song, this song, and the song "David Bowie" by Phish. Like for sure, David Bowie.
I press on the elastic sheet. I'm breathing through a slice. Are they worms or are they serpents? Bubble through the ice. The
There is
invisible.
I remember where I heard this song now. So there is actually a follower of mine that was following me back in the gamer arc of my life, like the married gamer arc, and that user's name was Helping Friendly Book. And I was playing Hearthstone at the time, so I wasn't even close to being like a reactor to music. And the Twitch user helping underscore friendly underscore book requested that I listen to this song in the middle of me just streaming a Hearthstone game, and I listened to it and I hit like. That's it. You were there, Logan Bones. You get it. So yeah, that would have been 100%. That yeah, you would have been there for the gamer arc. Yeah, that's when it would have happened. Logan Bones, great to see you.
Both legs tracing different shapes, I made my choice.
Dude.
Mimicking the image in whose radiance I bask. I'm tied to him or him to me.
In the days of Rum Ham. Oh, I love Rum. He introduced me to Giz. I love Rum.
Reflections tumble in. I slide with all the others on the wrong side of the skin. He's falling on the ice and cracks. He's plunging and join me here. He meets my eyes to my surprise. He laughs in full light of my frown. My double wants to pull me down.
I definitely remember being captivated by this song when I first heard it, and I think I was just drunk and high to the point that I didn't even remember to listen. That's crazy. Yo, Logan Bones, thank you for gifting one to Random Hero Canadian. We love Random Hero Canadian.
In whose radiance I bask. I'm tied to him or him to me.
Yeah.
Depending who you ask. Nonetheless,
and the bass is playing the slap.
Reflections tumble in. I slide with all the others on the wrong side of the skin. He's falling on the ice and cracks. He's plunging and join me here. He meets my eyes to my surprise. He laughs in full light of my frown. My double wants to pull me down.
Seeing the lyrics here makes this song a lot different. That guitar part is what made me hit the like button so long ago. And that bass line, holy cats.
Slipping on the friction slide, my skin feels to the bone. The flesh I leave behind is something that is not my own. I beg my mirror image.
They've totally left out so many lyrics.
Time to attack. It's me who's in control. Every move I make, he's got a hand up just in time.
I really love this.
Punches and he's blocking.
It's crazy how much more I appreciate this right now.
In mud with frozen mice, waiting, calculating till next he ventures on the ice. He's falling on the ice and cracks. He's plunging and join me here. He meets my eyes to my surprise. He laughs in full light of my frown. My double wants to pull me down.
I'm with you. Hold up. How do you not like this? The arpeggio guitar? Yeah, exactly, Rick. You get it. This is amazing. Listen to this run. It's so jazz. Maybe it is a blessing that I didn't know this band really until after I'd stopped doing psychedelics, though. You know? Could have been a bad news thing back then. I can absolutely see. Yeah. Oh, man. And it's like upbeat dissonant, you know what I mean? So it'd be like, it'd be kind of safe music to listen to in that, like, the sounds don't sound like evil, just kind of tense. I'm sure it'd make you feel jumpy. Ow! I don't remember that part. There's so much of this I don't remember. Ow! The whole thing that I keep coming back to is that apparently Phish is actually from Vermont. And I don't know if that means I have to accept that Vermont might be a real place or not. Wait, Rick, do you live in Vermont? Oh, for a second, I was about to, like, have the mods ban you, thinking you were a fake person or something. 'Cause Vermont isn't real. And this piano, though, the dissonance, I feel like to make some of these ghosty noises, like, or these dissonant guitar sounds, I feel like what they're doing is they're strumming above, or they're plucking above the nut of their guitar. For example, I have a capo on my guitar right now. So, normal sound. Dissonant sound. Regular up above here. With some dissonance and some distortion. I think that's what's happening. I think. I'm having a hard time even holding this because of all of the other noises. And it came back in time. Wow. Okay. Okay. I'll take that. This piano sound is so good. Like, you hear it? Dun, 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 dun. The bass here? The guitars remind me of Sonic the Hedgehog. I've heard this song before, but now that I'm listening intently and I'm not playing a card game, it's blowing me away more. Like, I don't remember so much of this song. Hearing the different noises, actually, like, thinking about them and trying to figure out what they are. Then hearing all of the piano sounds, then hearing that dissonant sound, then hearing, like, the polyrhythmic things, the offbeats. Like, there's just so much more to pick apart than I'd previously remembered.
My double wants to pull, he's falling on the ice and cracks. He's lunging and join me here.
I think that this is one of those things where it's like when I pay attention to it, it just becomes significantly more of a piece. Like, such an ending. That was a great one. I really liked that. So this is Lengthwise Encore, and this, I mean,
I sleep lengthwise, and when you're gone, I sleep diagonal in my bed. When you're there, I sleep lengthwise, and when you're gone, I sleep diagonal in my bed. When you're there, I sleep.
You ever just feel understood by something so simple? I really feel like, and that acoustic guitar part coming in, we're going to listen to this whole thing again, but I think what's so special about this is just revisiting this, right? Like, we're talking about the maze, and it almost feels like the lengthwise idea is like kind of backtracking and going back to a point of the maze that you'd already kind of gotten lost in. And like, it almost feels like fleeting thoughts, you know what I mean? I just very much it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you ever have returning thoughts or like kind of cyclic thinking, like you maybe feel like things are getting better and like you're managing your stuff or whatever, or you just can't get past something and it just kind of, you can't get it out of your head. I feel like the encore of Lengthwise kind of feels that way. But when you're there, I sleep lengthwise, and when you're gone, I sleep diagonally in my bed, is such simplicity for 3 lines, but also such depth with that simplicity. And it again, I can't get past how much it communicates.
When you're there, I sleep lengthwise, and when you're gone, I sleep.
What's up, vid guy?
When you're there, I sleep lengthwise, and when you're gone, I sleep diagonal in my bed. When you're there,
I sleep lengthwise. When you're gone, I sleep. Ooh. Oh, and it changed. Kind of has like an Andre Segovia kind of feel. But I think it's being played with the pick. No, maybe not. I don't know. I love this.
Time I sling the baskets off this silver burdened horse, sink my toes into the ground and set a different course.
Paige is singing.
'Cause if I were here and you were there, I'd meet you in between, and not until my dying day confess what I have.
I know he's going to say scene, but I don't want the song to skip before I have a chance to really think about the lyrics here. It's time I sling the baskets of this overburdened horse, sink my toes into the ground, and set a different course. Like shedding your baggage. He's literally talking about a concept of baggage shedding. Because if I were here and you were there, I'd meet you in between, and not until my dying day confessed what I have seen. Wow. Because if I were here and you were there, I'd meet you in between. Like, I'd be willing to make compromise and wouldn't burden you. This is just such a, man, these short songs, lengthwise, and the horse, have been just moving. And admittedly, I think that they like the short songs, like lengthwise, the horse and Maze. Not that one's short, but I think that they have really S-tiered this album for me. The less is more concept of the short things. We're coming up to the very final song, Silent in the Morning, and I'm kind of sad that the album is ending. And I think that says something really special about a band. I've literally, it's been a long time, like it's like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard was kind of the last band I've been like both captivated and fascinated and interested by. I don't know, like Phish isn't gonna just get a day, but I feel very much like a kindred spirit to the artistic minds behind this band. I feel like they've written things that resound with me. I feel like their music is clearly timeless. You know, like, well, you know, I'm 2 years older than this album, so you know, it's just a little bit younger than me. But we'd have gone to high school together, whatever. I'd have been, you know, a bit older. But I feel like this album has displayed so many things I find myself being interested in elsewhere, that when it all comes into tandem and you have these jazz elements, these Americana rockabilly elements, this shredding guitar, you know, this prog rock sound, this blues sound, there's all of these different, you know, and then like kind of avant-garde in sound, like in the way that they play, the dissonance, the like the whole thing is kind of discord, and discourse. I don't know what it is, but again, it really is like watching a train wreck where you know nobody is gonna get hurt, and like at the end of the train wreck, everyone's actually gonna be happy and everyone's gonna get paid because the train got wrecked. And like, again, it's one of those things where it's like a safe train wreck to watch because you know you're not gonna get hurt, you're gonna feel understood, and this has been special. So Silent in the Morning, the closer. Exclamation point Discord. Also, if you're on YouTube, in the video description. Bum bum, bum bum, bum bum. Kind of a guitar version of a Baba O'Reilly sort of intro here. Bum bum, ba-da-dum, bum bum, ba-da-bum, bum bum.
My glance is always darting when I stroll the avenue, avoiding all the obstacles that terrorize my view. And if you are there with me,
the bass line.
I trust you to lead the way.
Why does the bass lines remind me? The bass line reminds me like YYZ by Rush.
Avoiding all the obstacles that terrorize my view. And if you are there with me, I trust you to lead the way.
This is unbelievable.
When you're not, I follow you and always go astray.
Oh. My glance is darting when I stroll the avenue, avoiding all the obstacles that terrorize my view. And if you are there with me, I trust you to lead the way. When you're not, I follow you and always go astray. Oh my gosh.
In the morning, silent in the morning, suspended in the trees. When lunchtime comes, you found your voice. It brings me to my knees. The volume just increases, the resounding echoes grow.
Oh, man.
Till once again I bask in morning stillness I love so.
Everything about this is wonderful. What an actual banger of an ending. Oh my gosh.
The target that I shoot for seems to move with every breath. I tighten all my arteries and make one last request. Divine creation hears me, and he squashes me with fear.
We have like a polyrhythm happening right now too.
I think that this exact thing happened to me just last year.
They don't throw the rhyme, they throw the cadence, and it still ends up rhyming, which is such a big brain. You always hear me comment in my videos about how they throw the rhyme, and I get so excited about throwing the rhyme, but I don't know that I've ever necessarily been as excited about somebody throwing cadence, and this is amazing. And again, yeah, when you're talking about lyricism, that is so gnarly. The target that I shoot for seems to move with every breath. I tighten all my arteries and make one last request. Divine creation hears me, and he squashes me with fear. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And I think in this context, I don't think he's being like referencing of any particular faith, because he says divine creation hears me, like what's out there hears me and squashes me with fear. And I think this exact thing happened to me just last year. Like you have these moments where you like get wiser, right? And I feel like that's what this is intending to say, though, is like the fear of the creation is the beginning of wisdom. And you kind of have these like epiphany moments. At least that's how I interpret this.
You're silent in the morning. You found your voice, it brings me to. You're silent in the morning. You found your
and the
voice,
pop
it brings
like
me
this.
to. You're silent in the morning. You found your voice, it brings me to. You're silent
The bass,
in the morning.
the harmonies, it's building up every time.
You're silent in the morning. Found your voice, it brings me to. You're silent in the morning. You found your voice, it brings me to. You're silent in the morning. You found your voice,
The finger style of this bass player is just nuts.
You found your voice, it brings me to my knees. I could not dismiss you, shelter you, speak with you, smile at you, trust in me, not to brush you off, and I agree. Could not dismiss you, shelter you, speak with you, smile at you, trusting me, not to brush you off, and I agree. I could not dismiss you, shelter you, speak with you, smile at you, trusting me, not to brush you off, and I agree. Could not dismiss you, shelter you, speak with you, smile at you, trusting me, not to brush you off, and I agree. I could not dismiss you, shelter you.
They're singing it around now.
Smile at you, trusting me, not to brush you off, and I agree. Could not dismiss you, shelter you, speak with you, smile at you, trusting me.
I'm so glad that you said that right, because I didn't notice it until you said that, Mr. Me Twitch, but you're right. It's just that.
Smile at you, trusting me, not to brush you off, and I agree.
You found your voice that brings me to silence in the morning, which I feel is kind of the way of saying you said what you needed to say for me to not be around anymore, or for you to not be around me anymore, you know? And I think that this exact thing happened to me just last year. Like, it almost feels like they're singing about what happens at the end of a rift in a relationship. And it could be of a friend, of a loved one. It could be it could even be with yourself, like when you're having trouble disconnecting with yourself, or connecting with yourself. This is so big. I'm gonna go back so I can get this solo. Yeah, I know, Rick. This album has been amazing. The way it's fizzling out. Oh my gosh. No way. Holy cats. This was so good. Hang on, gotta let the last 5 seconds go. Guys, this was Rift. This was Rift. This got S tier for sure. This has been such a gift to my life. And again, so when you look at it, you follow somebody and you even eventually go astray, right? Like, there were so many, and that could be your friend, you know? There's so many, and she's not there, so he's not sleeping horizontal, like she's leaving him. There was definitely a part of every song there in this. Like, is there a mound of ice in this album? The album cover. Guys, if you're in the YouTube comments, please do me a favor and connect all of the songs to the album cover as best you can. I'm so interested. This was such a good opener for the Discover 'Em tour. I literally, yeah. Anybody, if you're in the YouTube comments, I think I might start going chronologically in my journey with them. I don't know. There has to be such a body of work that built into this and preceded it. But definitely, if you're a Phish fan, in the YouTube comments, let me know what you think the best course of action for the journey is. Is it better to should I go chronologically and do the live albums along the way? Yeah, this is amazing. Oh, rate on album of the year. Thank you, guys. I am doing this thing, AOTY, and it's actually kind of cool. So, I am gonna go look up Rift by album of the year on albumoftheyear.org. I don't know why people gave this a 69. Nice. I just listened to this in its entirety. I actually loved it. On the first listen, I would probably give this, I'd say like an 89. Potentially a 90. I'd give this a 90 for sure. No, I'm giving it a 90 because it's if I said it's an S tier, S tier, no, S tier is at least 92. I would probably give this a 92. On a first listen. I like it. Did I just like my own comment? I don't know, but I did it. Yeah, guys, I 100% would recommend. Do yourselves a favor and go on to Album of the Year. I would love it if all of the Rooskies connected that way. Go rate your favorite albums. Build up your music profile. Let's see how compatible we are music to music. Guys, neither here nor there. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. And until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. Goodbye.